Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into the top 3 investments you should consider making in 2025. Now keep in mind, I'm not a financial advisor, this isn't financial advice, and this is just my opinion based on my own research and experience. With that being said, by 2025 we'll be 5 years into the new decade, and likely seeing some big changes in the world, and these changes are going to create some huge opportunities for investors who are positioned correctly. So, whether you've got $100 to invest or $100,000, these are the 3 things I'd be looking at if I were you. Alright, let's jump right into it with my number 1 pick for 2025, renewable energy stocks. And honestly, is this really a surprise to anyone? The world is shifting, guys. We're moving away from fossil fuels and towards cleaner energy sources. Think solar power, wind power, even things like geothermal and hydrogen are starting to gain traction. And this isn't just some hippie save the planet trend, although that's a good thing too. This is about governments and huge corporations around the world pouring billions of dollars into this sector. We're talking massive infrastructure projects, subsidies for renewable energy companies, and a global push to reduce carbon emissions. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Graham, investing in renewable energy is nothing new. This has been a thing for years. And you're right, it has been. But here's the thing. Remember those billions of dollars I mentioned earlier? That money takes time to trickle down and actually have a real impact on the industry. We're just now starting to see the real growth in this sector. The technology is improving, the costs are coming down, and the demand for clean energy is only going up. By 2025, I think we're going to see an explosion of growth in the renewable energy sector. So, how do you actually invest in this? Well, you could buy individual stocks of renewable energy companies, but honestly, that can be pretty risky. I personally prefer a more diversified approach by investing in ETFs or exchange-traded funds that focus specifically on renewable energy. Okay, moving on to my second pick for 2025, and that is technology ETFs. Now, I know, this one might seem a little obvious. Technology has been on a tear for years, and it seems like every other day there's a new gadget or app that's taking the world by storm. But that's kind of the point. Technology is constantly evolving. What's revolutionary today could be obsolete tomorrow. That's why I love investing in technology ETFs. Instead of trying to pick individual winners and losers in the tech space, which is incredibly difficult to do consistently, ETFs give you broad exposure to the entire sector. Think about it, artificial intelligence, cloud computing, the Internet of Things, even things like virtual reality and augmented reality. These are all massive trends that are still in their early stages. And by investing in a tech ETF, you get a piece of all of them. Plus, technology is becoming increasingly integrated into our lives. Think about it, from the smartphones we use to the cars we drive to the way we shop and interact with each other online. Technology is everywhere, and that trend is only going to accelerate in the coming years. Now, when it comes to choosing a tech ETF, there are a ton of options out there. You've got your broad market ETFs like the QQQ that track the NASDAQ 100, or you can get more specific with ETFs that focus on things like cybersecurity, artificial intelligence, or cloud computing. The key is to do your research and find an ETF that aligns with your investment goals and risk tolerance. Or, just go with the one Cathie Wood is managing. Alright, let's talk about my third pick for 2025 real estate investment trusts, or REITs for short. Now, I know some of you might be thinking, real estate, seriously Graham, that's so boring. But trust me on this one, guys. Real estate has been a proven wealth builder for centuries, and it's not going anywhere anytime soon. Plus, it's not as boring as you might think, especially when you consider the different ways you can invest in it. And that's where REITs come in. REITs are basically companies that own and operate income-producing real estate. Think about things like apartment buildings, shopping malls, office buildings, even hospitals and data centers. And the great thing about REITs is that they allow you to invest in real estate without having to actually go out and buy, manage, or finance properties yourself. You literally get to be a landlord without having to be a landlord. You get all the benefits of owning real estate like passive income, appreciation potential, and tax advantages without any of the hassles. Now, one of the reasons I'm particularly bullish on REITs for 2025 is because of the potential for rising interest rates. See, when interest rates rise, it typically becomes more expensive to borrow money to buy a home, which can actually be a good thing if you already own real estate. That's because as homeownership becomes less affordable, more people are forced to rent, which drives up demand and rental income for landlords. And since REITs are basically landlords, they stand to benefit big time from this trend. Plus, REITs are required by law to pay out at least 90% of their taxable income to shareholders in the form of dividends. So, not only do you get the potential for long-term growth, but you also get a steady stream of passive income, which can be a great way to supplement your other investments. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more investment tips and strategies. Investing is a journey, and the key is to start early, stay consistent, and never stop learning. The world is changing rapidly, and the opportunities for investors are only going to get bigger and better in the years to come. So, what are you waiting for? Start investing in your future today. See you in the next video.